Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 3 of week 2 of the OMA World Touring Car Series, where today we're here back for the final race of the night here from the Bernese Alps. Obviously if you guys have missed the first two, I would highly recommend going back and checking them out, but we are ready on the grid for this one. I'm pretty certain we're going at 2:55, so the 5 lights are on now and it is lights out and away we go. They're getting off to a bit of a better start this time around, probably the best start we've made all series. Are we going to hold our places into T1? Accidentally giving phased intro a bit more of a squeeze than I intended. But I think overall we've held on for the first time in this series. We gained one over my teammate Brayley and then lost one to VTX Ash as we head through the first couple of corners. So that in my book is a success at the moment. I long for the days where I can actually learn how to launch this Audi. I'll be honest with you, yeah, but you can see coming through the first couple of corners of lap 1 there, Ash already making moves that up past my teammate CK as well here. And after the first couple of races of the night, CK had told me he wasn't allowing me to get a third race victory there. He's going to go full send back up the inside of Ash there because, well, I mean, he got squeezed towards the inside there. But you can see heading up the hill on this first lap there, everyone just trying to find their own space at the moment here. We're going to try to look round the outside of Ash. It's all going to get a bit close, but luckily we come out of that one all unscathed there in the end. Everyone holding on to positions as well there as we head towards the top of the hill here, trying to get a good run out of the final couple of corners here. You can see there's just everyone off the start of these races is desperate to make up places here, so you've really got to just try and be a bit careful, pick your way through. But as you can see, coming in towards the final couple of corners there, giving Ash a little bit of a, I'm going to call that a move faster love tap at the end of the day. There is out of the final couple of corners there. You can see trying to get the run down towards T1 here. Not really going to be able to go for anything there. Phased intro might be able to have a look up the inside, but no, we're going to go nice and late on the brakes here. Try to have a look right around the outside of Ash as we head through T1 there. Not too sure what line Mystical's gone with through that first corner there, but we are going to try and look round the outside there, but Ash is going to be able to get a good run off the exit of T1 here. So we're still going to be side by side as we head through T2 there, but luckily for myself, he is just about going to be able to slot in front here. We're both just not going to quite remember where we need to turn as we get ready for the downhill section here. So you can see still just sat behind him here and then breaking down in towards the next couple of corners here. Ash is just going to run that little bit deeper and we're going to be able to have a slip up the inside here. He's going to run to the back of Steel Dream as he goes side by side with Mystical up the hill here. And yeah, everyone just trying to muscle our way through at the moment here, trying to keep it nice, clean and tidy, but still on the inside of Steel Dream there. We are now going to be able to move ourselves up into P12 of this race here. Now still all over the back of Mystical's Mercedes as we head out in towards the final sector of the lap. Not 100% sure. I think we just about kept that between the white lines. It's certainly close as we head through the sort of weird S section, which is more of an annoyance than anything else in these cars here. Through the final couple of corners, though, right on the outside of Mystical. Perhaps that would certainly be a move that I would take here, and that's what we've done there. He's going to give us a bit of a squeeze out of the final corner. Going to be pretty much even as we head down in towards T1. Now, that Mercedes is very quick down the straights as we head in towards the first braking zone there. Just a tiny bit of contact is going to send us out wide. I thought, in all honesty, he was going to have to brake a little bit earlier than he did there, and that's going to be Ash is going to be able to sneak back up into P13 here. So after the opening couple of laps here, really not making much progress at the moment here, but we always seem to be a bit slow off the start of these races. Hopefully we can try and pick our way through nonetheless. You can see coming down the hill that Ash once again is just going to run a little bit deep off the exit of the corner there, and that's going to be a nice open door for ourselves. Accidentally up the inside of Mystical there. I did apologise to him, but luckily nothing really done to either of us there in that situation. He seems to be able to brake really late in some places and then a little bit earlier than I was expecting in others as we try to have a look around the outside as we head up the hill there, but keeping it on the apex, he was able to get much earlier on the power off the exit of the corner here as we now head down in towards the final sector of the lap once again here. I think we've got Bum Drop just in front there, but Brandy is going to unfortunately get a huge wipeout there. Not too sure what happened in that one. We're accidentally going to run into the back of Zesty Afro as we head down in towards the final few corners of lap 4 there. But poor Brandy, unfortunately, what the looks of it, basically out of this race here unless we get a safety car in the final few laps here of this race. We can see up the inside of Bum Drop and Zesty Afro as we head out of the final couple of corners here, and we're going to be on the inside for T1 here. Nice and tidy on the brakes once again here, and yeah, we now move ourselves up into P9 of this race, but still on the rear of Mystical at the moment. That Mercedes seems to be very difficult to try and find our way around at the moment here. As you can see coming through T2 Once again, CK just up the road as well, and CK was sort of saying this after the race. I seem to, let him do all the hard work and then just try to get through the cars behind him at the end of the day. And to be honest, seems like a fairly acceptable strategy to me there, as Mystical's going to have a look up the inside as we head towards the bottom of the hill there. Are we going to be able to potentially open up any sort of opportunity for ourselves, as they're still side by side? Heading back up the other side here is Mystical. Going to be able to hook it up around the outside. It's going to move to the inside for the next part there. CK and him are just going to have a tiny bit of contact here. We're on the inside as we head down in towards the next 90-degree left-hander here. SC10 Raptor is going to dink the wall on the outside there. That's going to ruin his run there. Mystical is going to turn in on us there, and we're just unfortunately going to get stuck together, all three of us there. Luckily for me, well, yeah, we got very lucky in that situation there, because, well, we were able to sneak out of it, myself and CK there, and unfortunately Mystical and Raptor face, the pain in that situation there. And yeah, for myself, we got very lucky as we head out of the final couple of corners, though. Still now CK has been able to sneak back up the inside there. We tried to have a look around the inside, but he's just going to give us quite a squeeze on the inside of T1 there, and that's going to mean, yeah, CK holds on to P6 at the moment here, and still plenty of time though. We're only on lap 5 of lap 12 of this race here, and still, yeah, trying to make good progress at the moment here. And now we've got Ghostly, next car up the road as we head down the hill once again here. This is one of the places where the Chevy really does struggle in comparison to the Audi there. See, dinks the wall on the exit there, and as we head down the hill there, CK is just going to get a little bit loose there. We're going to try and not cut the corner there, a little bit of contact with CK as we head up the hill there, as he was trying to turn in just at the same time as we were trying not to cut the corner there. As you can see, Ghostly still trimming those apexes as we head up the hill here. But now we are back up into P6 of the race here, still all over the back of Ghostly as we head out of the final couple of corners here towards lap 6 of this race. Pretty much now at the midway stage of the final race of the night here, and certainly made up good progress at the moment there, from 14th up into P6 here, but still a long way to go in this race here as we head through the final couple of corners here. You can see this is another place where the Audi really does gain all its time over the Chevy here. You can see we're going to be able to muscle our way to the inside. I'm pretty certain VTX as well, that team wasn't, I think they were complaining a little bit about the setup as well at the end of the night, that they hadn't really got the setup down at the end of the day there. And not only are we going to be able to slip by, CK is trying to look up the inside as well as we head through T1 here. But yeah, that was us now up into P5 of the race here. Still 6 laps to go, so there's plenty of time to really sort of open up any more opportunities that we possibly can here. As you can see, heading back down the hill here, making big gains on, again, I'm probably going to butcher his name. They did tell me how to pronounce it in the group chat there, but unfortunately I've completely forgot once again. So Shinigami, that's what I'm going to say, unless it's meant to be Shine Game or something with eyes. I don't know there, but yeah, it is still VTX just in front of us as we head up the hill once again here. And are we going to be able to open up any sort of opportunity? Perhaps not quite just yet, but still just trying to stick close to him at the moment. Even if we can't open up a move, try to force an error, something like that as well, we will always see what can happen here as we head out of the final couple of corners to start lap 8 of this race here. Through the final turn, this is one that's been very good for the Audi as well here. And you can see Shingami just in front of us as we head through the final corner, but we're going to be able to get a tremendous switchback move. Everyone in front of us is just going to skim the bridge there, and that's going to mean straight past him as we head down towards T1. We've got a good run on Connor, but I think unless we go for the accidental dive bomb, we're not going to be able to make anything work this time around there as we get really close there. Maybe even just a little bit of a love tap as we head through the first couple of corners here. But yeah, now all over the back of Connor, and I think it's MCE Spoons in P2 here, as Black Falcon has just romped away in the third and final race of the night here. Really sort of managed to sneak through, and yeah, was now up in a dominant lead here, about 4 seconds up the road here, as Connor is just going to skim the wall as we head down the hill there. We're going to be able to have a look up the inside now, up into P3 of the race here. Now MCE Spoons as well, just in front of us. We think about trying to look up the inside there. He slams the door shut, so we're going to have a look right around the outside as we head up the hill here. We're going to be side by side. He's going to try and give us a bit of a squeeze there, but it's going to be the inside line for the next couple of corners here, and I don't think there's going to be much that Spoons can do around the outside here. We're going to be able to get the better drive off the exit of the corner there, and yeah, now we start ourselves up into P2 of this race here. And I know CK said that I'd just, sort of pass after he's made the moves. He seems to be doing the same thing to me in this third and final race of the night here. But yeah, unfortunately though, Black Falcon obviously would be, near enough 5 seconds up the road by this stage of the day. So as we head on to the final lap of the race AC. We had taken about a second out of him, but yeah, it was certainly not going to be enough to close down the gap there. Black Falcon in the TCR car is going to come through for his second race victory of the season there. And fantastic job by him at the end of the day there. We come through for P2, so, I mean, 2 wins and a second place tonight. We really can't complain about that. I mean, what, like 25, 26 places made up if there's a Forever Forward trophy as well there. But yeah, it is Black Falcon that takes home the race victory. We do get the fastest lap once again there. I had a CK Spoons, Ghostly, Zesty Afro, Brayley, Shinigami, Ash, and SC10 Raptors rounds out the top 10 at the end of the day. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching this video once again. Don't forget to get yourself subscribed as well if you do want to see more from this series. Next week out, we will be heading to Catalunya National, a track that I personally cannot stand on Forza, and certainly one as well by the looks of it that is going to be a lot weaker for the Audi. So it's certainly going to be exciting to see how we fare around there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Do get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well and you don't want to see more content on the channel. But that'll do us for them for this week here in OMA, and hopefully I will see you guys next time at Circuit Catalunya.